What's up YouTube? Kenty here, and it's Friday the 29th of September, and hopefully you can notice one change, give you a clue. So that is actually a grow light for plants, for orchids. I had it for orchids. It's like an eyeball, and yeah, so I've took the tube down, and what I will do, I will come back tonight when it's dark and show you what light it emits and just run through what I think about LED lighting and just show you how it looks. I will have to adjust my settings because it just don't show up at night time. I tried it last night as a bit of an experiment to see with my camera, and it doesn't pick up a true light of colour. So I'll say it now, and I'll say it later on tonight. If you ever buy koi, and make sure you're buying them either in person or in natural daylight like now. That is a true reflection, quite true in colour, even though on my camera it looks lighter, which means the contrast will be lighter, so they'll look maybe redder and more vibrant than they actually are. Now under LED light they can look so bright and vibrant, so it's just a word of caution. You're best to buy koi in person, get them bowled up, get them into the light and have a look. If I show you now, in fact this is a good experiment actually. So the second part to this video, obviously day and night, you'll see. So this is more of like a true reflection and a catch up of what I've done, and tonight will be confirmation and what it looks like at night time. So this is a pretty good reflection. Yeah, I would say looking at that, it's pretty good. That's a Shintaro shower, and there is like an orangey red tint to it. The Kohaku, the Adam Bio Kohaku there, is quite orange, and that is a really true reflection. There's the shower. I can't remember whether that's the Tamura shower or whether that one is. But they were both the koi from Gatwick, those two, and that one was an earlier one from Gatwick as well. So if I zoom out, so yeah, basically what I've done, I've just put this lead up here, took obviously the tube out, which was a warm white, and I bought this socket. It's very so good, it's IP rated and it's really easy to fit. I'll link it in the description, so if you fancy buying yourself that, please use the affiliate link and buy it for yourself. I think it was only $11.99, and it really sorted me out of the fix. Not only is there an LED that lights up when it's on and power, it plugs in. So I hadn't had to cut the cable, and that's what I didn't want to do really. So I know it's coiled round, but I could sort of strap it in and come back, or I could have cut that back short, but I didn't really want to. I'm happy enough with that. And then it's all sealed in and wired in, live, neutral and earth. There's like a grommet there that you just put your cable through, a plate that fits on the front and it goes in, and then there's a cover that drops down, plugs in. Lovely job. So what I will do is just have a quick overview of this, and I will show you that on in the daylight, which you won't see, it won't notice any difference. Go back to the coir up because the feeder must have gone off and dropped food in. Yeah, it has, 4 o'clock. So they're all up and feeding, as you can see. And while they are feeding, I'll keep them on there because they're more interesting than I am. You'll notice I put a net on. Now I've done that because obviously the Karashigoi jump, despite having this side's perspex and the water level being down there, it jumped out. So the reason for it, I wouldn't like, I used to have a net on my main pond, and it just doesn't look good. It's not nice when you're feeding and the food's hitting it and so on and so forth. They're very practical, but they don't look good, do they? However, for me, this is where I thought, you know what Keith, just do it, just fit it, because there's nothing to lose. So this was only $9.99, and I'll link that in the description as well. It's only $9.99, and I think it was 5 meters by 4, something like that. It might be 6 by 4. So it fits this pond quite well with loads of surplus over there. So anyway, why did I fit it? Yeah, I could have just stuck with them, but because of the Karashigoi, I came in every morning like this. Came in every morning, and me hand was on my heart, like is there something going to be a surprise down here? Is there any splashes? Is there a koi down there? Has a koi jumped over and is it down the side? And I'm doing an head count, and I just didn't like it. I just don't like that feeling. So because it's an indoor pond, I'm not seeing it outside. I'm not sitting in my garden and looking at it. So for peace of mind, and because it's in here, which method in my madness also is in winter, this time of year now, I've been in here this morning for a 5-10 minute check. I might sit down, through a few pellets, and then sometimes at night time I'll come and obviously do the feeders and stuff like that at the weekend, so I'll spend more time in here then. But normally it'll be twice a day. In the morning, have a check over, put a little extra bit of feed in, stuff like that, maybe sit there 5 minutes, look on my phone, chill out, and then do the same thing at night. That's twice a day. So let's assume that that accounts for 30 minutes every day. So out of the 24 hours, 30 minutes is time that the net is going to be bugging me. But it's not, because it's in here. So that's the method of my madness. The 23.5 hours, they're going to have extra protection. They're in here on their own. I managed to get it nice and taut, because fortunately there's these like lugs here where this little plastic bolt goes through, and it's got a slit in it, so it fits. Look, it can just fit. Pull it tight and it just fits in nice. Now they could easily still jump up there and maybe get caught and things like that, but it's quite tight, and I'm sat here now on my pew. But from here it's surprising how you can't really tell that much, and with the light on at night you can't tell that much. But anyway, for the 23.5 hours where I'm worried about them, I know I've got a bit more protection now, because it's going to be an hard job for them to get through that now, isn't it, and actually get out and die. So that's that. So I'm all set up. There's a couple, this shower, this one here, it's got a bit of a red side, and there's a coac that's got a little bit of a red side, and that's because there was flashing like mad last weekend. There was really green crackers. There was like an heroin addict on a come down. There was mental, honestly, not just one of them, a few of them. I think it's that one, the Shintaro on the side. So I put some salt in to 0.3%, measured it out with my pen, my salt pen. So it's at pH, I mean, it's at 0.3% salt. And I also use Seachem Safe as well when I do water changes, or when I'm draining the filter down. So this weekend that will get drained and it dumps loads of water. It's surprising. Get my hose in, put my Seachem Safe in first, which removes chlorine, chloramine and ammonia, and it can detoxify nitrite and nitrate. So I use that as well. So why it's going through this pond syndrome, because I've done scrapes and there's nothing come up on scrapes. So it's the fact that it's new water, a new pond, they're reacting to it, even though things should be detoxified. I can't do any more than that. So as you can see, I've been in the pond yesterday to actually get the light up. So that's why the pond bottom, where it's going slimy with the pond syndrome, you can see where I shuffled around and it's come up. So I did actually get in. So so this is my second check for the day, and I'll go and have dinner now, and then I'll come back in tonight. So actually, I tell a lie, I've come in 3 times. This shower here, it was sat on here, and I noticed that debris was settling like this. There, look. See, it's gone now, look. So I put it on feet to see if, because the water's splashing from underneath, there's more movement, but it's still doing it. There, look. Still doing it, collecting there. Which is a little bit, if I do that, look, you'll see it. And then it will move. There, so I can't actually get it to keep moving, which is bugging me a little bit, I've got to admit. It's just surprising how much filters pass through. I mean, look at that there. Look at that lot. See that? So yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'd really think about that. Or pour a new filter on it. I don't know. Anyway, it's good enough. I disturb it once a day and it goes back in and gets recirculated. But I did that last night because I thought if I lift it, it's going to get, the water's going to push through, disturb that, and it's going to roll through the system anyway. But it ain't quite worked as well as I thought. So if I just put my light switch on, this light will come on, and then tonight what you'll see, because it's a warm yellow, I mean a warm white, that's flashing, that's the reaction. It's not doing that in my light, it always picks up. So you will see that one's on as well. Look, looks like it's flickering on light. It's not on the camera, but it's not flickering. So I will have to mess about with my settings on a pro setting tonight to get it to work. And then there's the actual switch, and you might be able to see there is a red light there to signify that the power's on. So yeah, so I'm happy with that. The only downside to that is I lights the pond up lovely and they look more vibrant at night, but I've not got the light broadcast like the tube was giving. So it's yes, it's brighter here, which you'll see, but here it's quite dark. So yeah, I'll have to have a think about that, whether it annoys me, or I'll have to just pick not to come in here at night when it's really dark and clean my filters out and stuff and just do general stuff. So things are settled down. The core is settling down and they're repairing now and recovering from continuing pond syndrome and that, but hopefully it takes a month or two to go through the cycle, and then the water settles down and it continues to mature and get better and better with age. Just one other thing I've noticed, I'm using some colour food, and I can notice on the koakus that in between on the scales there is like a redder pigment coming on them, which is interesting. So I've never really used colour food before, and it's the one it was the actual one from Quenicoi, which I said I'm going to go through. It's called Kenko Colour Plus, 30% protein. And then the only other thing I've just done actually is on the main pond I fitted a LED light. It's a glorious day in. Inside the greenhouse is lovely and warm and toasty in there. 25 degrees in there, really warm. A little bit chilly out, but it's sunny. So Friday the 29th is a really nice day here in Nottingham. And I'll just show you this LED light, and then the next break-in clip will be nighttime shot walking down. At the minute I've just got this LED light, which I'll link in. It's there, look, you can see it. It's on like a smooth setting at the moment. So it comes with a remote control, there's loads of settings on it, and then you click a few buttons. You click the colour you want, and then you click the button to have it on a timer. So I've just at 4 o'clock, I've clicked it 4 times, and that means it should come on at 4 o'clock and then go off at 12, because it just goes off at 12 every day, and then I think it cycles through that every day. So hopefully it'll stop on now, go off at 12, and then tomorrow come on at 4, go off at 12, do it every day. I know it's early at the moment, but soon it won't be another couple of weeks, and by 4 o'clock it will start getting dark, won't it? So I could change that, save a bit of energy, but so yeah, so I'll show you that tonight. There's the remote to it. So So you basically turn it on, you pick your colour. So if you wanted red, you press red. If you want it to come on at 6 o'clock, you press 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It flashes, and then you press on, and then it will go off at midnight, and then the next day it should come on at 6 and go off at midnight. But obviously you could press it to any number. Could be 1 if you wanted, and it comes on at 1 in the afternoon. But and obviously now I could turn it off, but I'm not. I'm going to see if it does go off at 12 tonight and then come on, or where it's off in the morning, because I'll probably be in bed by 12. So in the morning I will see if it's off, and if it is off, then I'll see if it comes on at 4 tomorrow. These are looking great. So like I say, I got rid of 6 fish. The 6 fish I mentioned I was selling, I put them on eBay. I sold them some 6 as a job lot, and they all went. So next I'll see you night time. This should look great tonight, hopefully. I've not had the light because the light's been faulty. My other one has been faulty for a long time. So it's going to be nice tonight. It's going to be a nice day. I might sit there tonight after I've been to the gym, come back about 8:30. I might sit out with a cup of tea and have a look and just see what it looks like. Happy days. So I've just come back from the gym, and it's now night time, as you can well see. Just got in. It's 8:30 at night, and to my surprise, the pond light, which I thought would go off at 12, was off. So I've just put it back on, so I'm not quite sure what's going off there, but I'll turn it. So it's quite effective, as you can see. And so I wonder if the instructions aren't actually correct. I wonder if when you put it on and press that 1, 2, 3 or 5 hours, whatever, say if you press it for 1, I wonder if it counts down 1 hour and goes off. When I put it on and press it +1, so I'll see. As you can see, quite effective. Obviously does look brighter in this, but it is a lovely glow. That's in the on position. That's the normal light. That's on like calm, smooth, and then there's all other different colours that you can have. So yeah, not quite. And obviously there's a brightness up, brightness down, so you can actually put it on, turn it down on low. So it might be handy for fish actually, that one, but I'll turn it up for bright. So yeah, it's a shame about that timer, but I'll have to try it. What I'll do, I'll turn it off, turn it back on, I'll click +1 and then on. So yeah, that's a bit weird. It contradicts the actual instructions, that does, but I'll see what that does now, because according to the instructions that should come on at 1 o'clock in the afternoon and then go off at midnight. Because in the instructions it says if you press it +6 times, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it'll come on at 6 and go off at 12. But I wonder if it actually means if you click it on at 6, if you put it on at 6 o'clock and click it 6 times, it counts down from 6 o'clock, so it would be on for 6 hours. Anyway, I don't know. So I'm going down to the bottom of the garden. Oh, it looks like I've left the bloody lights on from earlier. Oh, you sod. That's not like me. Wasted the electricity there. Anyway, not much. So this is a good bit of prep actually. So this is the night time. That's a true reflection as it currently is. And as you can see, with the warm white lights, they give off like a yellow type of glow. So I think in this environment, and it don't suit everybody, but in this environment it'd probably be better if it was a LED strip or an LED tube white light. So as you can see, when you come over here, it's a bit darker, quite a bit darker. Now I'm not going to change my settings, but what I will say is it's a lot more muted and not as red on the actual screen of what you can see. So you'll have to take my word for it. That back wall there is like, I would say, now my hand's there, it looks red there, but if I do that, that's it. that's what it looks like. That's a more of a representation of what it looks like. Like that. So if I move, that's strange. But anyway, I knew I would. I struggle to get it right at night. But yeah, the light is whiter than what it's actually looking like on what you can see. So what I will do, actually, I'm going to turn my camera off and then come back on, and it'll slide to another clip if I can get a different contrast. So here we are. So this is probably a decent-ish reflection on what I can see. So as you can see, the light, if you look at my previous videos, I've been in here at night time, and you will see that the warm white tube at the top, that was at the top there, it didn't give a glow like this. It was difficult to see the fish at that side. It weren't as good as this. But what I would say is that there, this patch of blue, it's a bit more turquoise in my light and natural, where I'm my view. But under LEDs, it really does make the red shade temperature pop, as you can see. So you can see the difference between daylight on the first half of the video compared to now. This isn't a true reflection. So if you get a video off a dealer, or you see a video online and you suspect that the red is too red, you know, because you automatically assume that, oh look, it's a video, so that's actually what they look like. Well, with an LED light, they just look redder. Okay, so it's not as dark in here. You know, I could definitely do a filter change and whatnot. It's you know, still, but it's not highlights or anything. So yeah, so that's that. So that's that word of caution about the red, or the colours of the koi. LED makes them pop, LED light. So what do you think to that? I don't know whether that would actually make the colours better for the koi, that light. I would imagine that the height it's at, it's not really intense enough, bright enough. But I don't know, when you get sunlight and sun rays coming through, it's, you know, not as bright as that, but I don't know, this one's wanting some food, look. I'm a bit reluctant, because let's just give him a bit while I'm... That achiever, absolute greedy. That's one that's got a bit of red on the side there, look. And that one. But yeah, it will make the viewing at night better. As you can see, the net doesn't really detract too much. The koi seem happy enough. They're not skittish or anything like that. So there we go. Really settled in now, these have. That Chiba really is getting a lump. So hopefully I can get these growing a bit more. See what the temperature is. Temperature is currently just under 20 degrees, just under 20, so around 20. It's not ideal, you want 24, so really if I had a heater that would be on 24, so this would be costing me already. So I'm just going to try and maximise the growing season. So obviously the pond water outside is probably at 14 at the moment, so this is about 6 degrees warmer. So if I can keep that going for another month or so, it will definitely be more beneficial than an outdoor pond. And there's the three. That's the Tancho Yoshiki, there's a Kawaku, and then there's the Kajaku. So yeah, thanks for watching. If you've not hit the subscribe button, please do so now. If you are a subscriber, thanks for your subscription. Please hit the like bell and look after yourself, and happy coying. See you on the next one.